Hey, welcome in everybody. So in this video, we are going to continue on with our working drawing set. So I'm going to create the other 3 elevations. I don't think it'll take that long because we already have our first, our front elevation. So we have the first one completed. So I think creating the other 3 is going to be fairly easy, but you might notice that I kind of redid some things on these names. So you had some titles that were lowercase, some were uppercase. So generally when you're working in like technical drawings, technical drafting, Revit, AutoCAD, you want to use capital letters for everything. So I just kind of renamed these tags to where they're capital letters. So I just kind of left click twice on them to kind of just rename them. It'll say, do you want to rename these up here? So yes, I did. Just to make those all capital letters. So again, I just kind of like slowly left click twice on it. Just used all capital letters to rename these. Nothing really fancy. And then what we can do is to start creating the other elevations, you can select these call outs. So I'm just kind of holding down my control key, selecting these. I'm going to select this slope here. I'm going to do the same for these, hold down the control. I'm not going to select the dimension here because that says 2 foot overhang typical, so that we kind of got that covered. So I really just need those 4. And then what I can do is go up to clipboard and go to copy. And so now we can go to let's go to our right side elevation. I'll double click on it. And then what I want to do, I'm going to zoom in here. So try to, if your levels are not lined up, just make sure they're all lined up. And then, so when I change the capital letters here on foundation, this one kind of got, you don't want to have this line kind of crossing over your text. So I'm going to click on this level line here, kind of grab this dot, drag it out, grab this one just to make it go underneath the call out text, like so. I think we're good on the other ones. We have all those lined up. We have probably this one. I'm going to click on this one to drag it back and line these up. Where did it go? Right there. Yeah, right there. Click on them again. I'm going to kind of drag them closer to the building. I don't want them so far out because you don't need to go too far out with those. So we had copied the call outs from the front elevation. So what I can do now is go up to, what do I want to do? Go to modify. Yeah, modify. Go to paste. Paste from clipboard. So it brings it in right there. So I'm going to left click to place it and then just kind of drag this. Actually, I didn't need to. I wanted to drag it down, but this will work too. So I can just select these, kind of move these down somewhere over here. Make sure they're pointing to what they should be pointing to, like so. I'm going to draw a window around this. I'm going to move it over here. Draw a window around this one, move it to this side. Okay, one thing I noticed I forgot to call out the material on the roof, right? So I'll need to do that. So let's go to annotate and we're gonna go to text. I want to use this 2 segments. Where can I place this? I'm gonna place this over here. So I'm gonna start my leader here. Draw it kind of upwards, over to the right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in, just to sound fancy, 235 pound composition shingles, all caps, composition. shingles, return over £15 felt. Okay, then what I want to do is I'm probably gonna have to hit the escape key about 9 bazillion times. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna go to copy to clipboard. I'm gonna go back to my front view, my front elevation. I'm gonna paste from clipboard. Just left click again, and then I can just click this and drag it and place somewhere around here. So there we go with that. Now let me go back to my right side here. And then make sure your windows don't have those, what is that called? The indicator visibility. Make sure your windows have the indicator visibility unchecked. I mean, you can leave them checked if you want. That's your preference, but I'm like, nah, I don't like that. So I have those unchecked there. So that is our right side elevation. Looking pretty good. All right, so now we can move to our left side elevation. Now you're like, what's going on here? So I need to go to my visual style. I have wireframe. I have no idea why I'm on wireframe. I'm going to click it to hidden line. Zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to click on this window, turn off the indicator visibility, because ain't nobody got time for that. Again, I'm going to click on this foundation line to get that little broken symbol. So I click it, remove these dots out of the way of my call out text. Left click out of it. I'm going to click on one of these and just kind of drag this whole conglomeration over to the right. That might be good enough. So while I have that other tag is in my copy paste, I'm going to go to, what is it? I'm going to go to modify. I'm going to paste from clipboard. So left click again, move this thing down. And then I need to go back and grab those other ones again. Let me go back to I'm on the left side here, so let me click on the right side, double click on the right side. Let me grab it from here. So I'm just gonna select these, hold the control key down, select these, hold the control key down, select these. I'm going to hit the copy to clipboard, go over to my left side. I'm gonna go to paste from clipboard. Just gonna left click twice, once, twice. And now we can kind of grab these and move them over. Make sure I hit that corner trim. Grab these, move these over. My AC kicks on and off. When my air conditioner kicks on and off, it's just like, dude, it's so loud. I apologize for that. I'm trying to work here. All right, so yeah, we're pretty good there. Let me grab this and move these into these lines over. We can click on the shadows here if we wanted to. Maybe not. Maybe not on this side. Maybe shadows are not such a good thing. Let me see what the realistic looks like. It's taking a while. It's taking a while. Still taking a while. Yeah, okay. What does textures look like? Textures? I like textures. I'm gonna go back and change it to hidden line because I have all the other ones hidden line. We want to be the same. So there is our, what is that? Left side elevation? Yeah. So now all we have to do is go to the rear and I'm gonna click this, move it out. I'm gonna turn off the visibility thingy-majiggy on this. Let me go to here, click this line, click on the broken line thingy. Sometimes I don't know the names for these, so they're just thingies or thingy-majiggies. You get the idea. I'm not trying to sound too fancy here. All right, so there, yeah. Okay, now what I can do is zoom out a little bit. I can go to my paste from clipboard. I can left click again, grab these, make a little crossing window, and drag this down. Make sure that's pointing to the corner trim, and the siding is going to be in there. Let me grab this one, move you down. Oh, I need to move this composition shingle note too, don't I? Yes, I do. All right, there's that. Yeah, let me go back to front. I'm gonna grab this one. I'm gonna copy the clipboard, go to the rear, paste it from the clipboard. I wish it would stay right where it is. I don't know how to do that. Anyway, left click. I'm sure there's an easy way. If you find out how to do that, let me know. I know some things, not all. All right, so that's pretty good, right? Now we can turn on the shadows on this one. Not too shabby. Alrighty then. Now notice that some of our level markers, some of them are blue, some of them are black. So if they're blue, that means they have a floor plan attached to that tag. If they're not blue, they're black, then we don't have a floor plan attached to those. So for the head height, we don't need to show a specific plan for that. What we can do now is we're probably going to need to make some adjustments, but we can create a sheet for our elevations. So to do that, I got to figure out where the sheets are located at. Let's go to view. Oh, I got lucky. It's on view and then sheet. I'm going to use my custom title block here, 17 by 22. I'm going to click OK. So here is our new elevation sheet. Now we could put them all in the same one if we wanted to. We would have to change the scale to squeeze them down a little bit. Or we could put two elevations on each sheet. I'm going to bring in the front elevation first. We'll kind of drag this one in and see what we got. So I'm going to left click on the front elevation, hold down my mouse button, drag it into place, let go. Just got to place it somewhere. So there is our nice and pretty front elevation. So let me kind of drag this down a little bit. I kind of like that the ground goes all the way across. That's kind of cool. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit and see what are we working with. So what I want to do is I'm going to go to my front elevation, zoom out here. I want to click on where it says crop view. Check that box. Crop view visible. Crop region visible. Check that box. I'm going to click on this outside border, kind of drag this. How close can I drag this? Okay, when I do that, it moves the elevation markers. So I'm just going to leave it like here. That's weird that it did that. I was not expecting it to move those. But now here I can get these over here. I don't need to show that much ground, even though it was kind of cool looking. Let me move this up to about there. I think we're good there. Let me uncheck my crop region visible. Now we're probably, I know we're gonna cry, but we're probably gonna have to turn off the shadows because they might try to build shadows into our elevation, but it's on the drawing, but that's shadows, yeah, but we don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna click the shadows off. And then I wanna go back. You know what I am wondering though? I'm wondering why on the hidden view, our shingle pattern is not showing. But if I were to go to like textures, Now it shows up. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'll think about that. Now we'll get that working, but for now, we're good for now. So this is my front elevation. If I go back to my unnamed sheet, I can click this and kind of nudge it up. And what I want to do is I want to grab this front elevation tag thingy. Wait, I need to click out of it. Now click on it, drag it up. Where do I want this to be? Probably under here somewhere. I'm also going to click inside the box so that now I can grab this dot and drag it way over here. I'm trying to line it up with my building here. So I kind of got that going on. And also what I want to do, notice how my front is in lowercase. So I want to, where's my front view in my elevation? So I'm going to right click. I'm going to rename this. And I want to use all capital letters, so front. Okay, now we're good. I don't know, maybe I want this to be out of the way of the ground texture. We can move that later on. You know, I do want to put it back up there. Yeah, okay, so we have our front elevation there. Now we can also add another one. So I might actually need to move this down so we can get our next elevation room for that. Which one should we bring in? So we got the front. Let's bring in the right side. So I'm going to left click on the right side, drag it into view. Maybe move it down a little bit. Like it's covering up our stuff here. So what I want to do is go to my right side. Again, I'm going to click on the crop view, the crop region visibility thingy, zoom out a little bit. I want to, also, why isn't our earth pattern showing in this view? I'm going to drag this over. I think I know why that is. I think I do. Let me drag this up. I'm going to go to my first floor. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to uncheck the crop view for this and look at where my markers are. Oh, so yeah, so my front view marker is it's inside our ground, see, but our elevations are outside, or our side elevations are outside. So I think if I bring this over and this one over, watch it prove me wrong. Now I'm gonna go back and check the crop view box. Now let's go back to what we're at. Where was I at? Oh, the unnamed sheets. Yeah, now we have our ground plane cut section thing showing. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit. And I need to fix some things up here in this one, but what I want to do is kind of click this and kind of use my arrow keys and nudge this thing over. And kind of center those on top of each other the best I can. Like so. I want to click off what I have selected. I'm going to click this right side marker, drag it up. So notice how this is labeled 1, this is labeled 2. Again, I want to change the right side to where it's capital letters. I'm going to click inside the box so that I can grab this dot here and drag it back into our drawing here, like so. Click off of it. I'm going to go to the right side, right click it, rename it. I'm going to use all capitals on this right side. There we go there. So now what I need to do is to get rid of our box, our border box, and then also turn off the shadows. So I'm going to go to the right side. I'm going to uncheck the shadows. And then you want to uncheck the crop region visibility. There we go. Now we're good. go back to our unnamed view, which we're about to name here. So I'm gonna click on the title block. I'm gonna go to where it says unnamed. We're gonna change this to exterior, or if I can type this all out, if it'll fit. Exterior elevations 1 of 2. Was that all gonna fit? No, of course not. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go ext period. Maybe I want to put 1 of 2 in parentheses. Close parentheses. Will that fit? Oh yeah, that'll fit. Okay. So, let me go back and fix this. Let me go back to my right side. I'm picky. I know I'm picky. Go back to my right side view. Turn on the crop region visibility box. I want to click this and drag this closer here. Maybe drag this down. I think we're good there. Uncheck the box again. The visibility box. All right, so there's one of our elevation sheets. So we have to make another sheet. We're going to put the rear and the left side on it, just kind of like we did this one here. So yeah, come on back. We're going to do the rear and we're going to do the left side elevation. All right, peace.